Oh, hello. How is everybody? I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome, welcome. There we go. Okay, got a new setup here. Just getting everything toned up. Are y'all feeling that energy? Whoa, it is heavy. We have the Mercury Retrograde. We just had the full moon lunar eclipse, but that energy is going to be lingering here for a couple of days. Okay, so fear not. Hi, kids. Natalia, Grace, hello. I get to show the chat. There we are. Just fixing everything up here. I like it better when it's where's the no, there we go. Sorry. Wee. Oh, for corn's sake. Okay, there we go. And then chat. I want to show the chat. Okay. Can we see the chats? These are all weird. Hi, Lisa. Welcome in. Danielle, hi. It has been a minute. Oh, my goodness. I can't figure out how to separate these screens. Sorry, y'all. I had the other screen set up and it was so much better, but this one is, Oh, Mercury Retrograde. All right. Please let me know if y'all can hear that in the background because sickness has been rampant. Oh my goodness. Hi, Dad. Okay. I can't get the chat in here. But I like it. Like that, and then okay, well, anyway, okay, kids, we're gonna do a reading. I've got new decks and we're ready to start integrating the pirate deck, so we're going to be using the pirate deck tonight. Also, I've got a new shadow work. This is what's blocking your shadow work deck. So we're going to look at this specifically for this lunar eclipse full blood worm moon reading. How is everybody doing? How are y'all doing? How is everybody? Are y'all feeling this full moon? Are y'all feeling the Mercury retrograde? There's something else happening. There is a stellium in Pisces. Yes. I love new decks. You love new decks. Okay. I just cleaned everything up. I just changed everything because, you know, that's what this that's what all this energy is all about. Shifting, changing. You're tired? Yes. 6'2" unhealed Libra is your yeah. There's external things, yes, but this specifically because it's Virgo. Virgo wants to go inside of you. Virgo's all about organization. It's all about detoxing, right? So detoxing self, getting healthy, getting right mentally, emotionally, physically, geographically, whatever it is, but that's what that Virgo energy is pushing us to do. So we have the Virgo moon, we have the Pisces sun. So when the sun crossed that moon, that energy for that eclipse was supposed to be a very enlightening moment. Was anybody awake for the eclipse? Did anybody happen to see any of it? I slept right through it. Heck yeah, I slept all the way through that. I stayed up kind of late. I guess I was under a different impression. I was going to try to stay up late tonight, which I was able to get a good meditation in today. I was able to clean yesterday. So full moon's also about cleansing your space, getting yourself ready. Alignment internally is what you're getting. Yes. Yes, Natalia. Absolutely. My bangs keep wanting to just, okay, whatever. Also, it's about releasing perfectionism. Virgos. Any Virgos in here? I have Virgo, Mars, Virgo, Venus, and a lot of sixth house influence in my chart, like a lot. You haven't slept in 2 days? Hi, Freddie. Yes, that's another thing is waking at strange hours because of how powerful this one is. Now, I had a memory pop up. There was a blood full moon in Virgo last year, lunar eclipse. This time last year, March 13th, it popped up in my memories. March 13th. Somebody liked one of my old posts. It was a full blood moon in Virgo. I was like, wait, this date's weird. And I was like, oh my God, this was last year. And they said that we just had one and we're not going to have another one until 2028, I believe is what they had said. Is that what you had said? Yes, that's what I had said. So this is a big closure cycle that we're experiencing with this full moon. With this full moon lunar eclipse, Virgo Pisces combination, we are looking at closure. Think about where you were in 2016, 2017, 15 to 17 range, even as far back as 2006 to 2008. Think about where you were then. What has been a cycle? What has been a pattern? What has been a constant in your life that remains a frustration or something that is tedious or something that has not quite come to fruition, something that you've been thinking about, talking about? Maybe it got pushed away because of other things. Maybe that was your push to try to overcome, to see if you can't make it happen or if we're going to fall back into our old patterns. And a lot of full moon energy is about releasing our old patterns. These are old loops, old cycles, old patterns. So emotions, that's the Pisces. Again, the stellium in Pisces. Mercury retrograde is in Pisces. And that's a lot of memories. That's a lot of past communication, past connections, old cycles, again, that have not had closure. Also, your fan motor took a shut. Oh, light on the fan. The car issues. Yes, car issues as well. Mom went to get an oil change and they said something about the brakes. And child, we don't drive that car. And we drive it very slow and very careful. I can imagine, like, I guess the brakes, like, yeah, it's a 7-year-old car. Mom's insistent that it can't be a 10. I don't know. Something about the parking brake, but that was a kerfuddle. The whole thing. Melody. Hi. Hi. How are you? How fun. I love this. It's like old home. I love being back here with everybody. I've missed you all. Oh, I forgot to light my candles. Speaking of, this was your ceiling fan. Okay. It's raining something other than men, but you know. I miss you too. Oh, Danielle. I know I miss you guys. I miss you guys. Wow. I love you guys so much. I'm so glad everyone's here. Curse service cost you 13. Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, my internet won't connect on my phone, but I have home internet. So kids, everybody who hasn't seen me in a while, I missed you. You'll notice I have a different background. The RV is in storage. I am in a permanent location. I am now rooming with my mom. Me and my mom, my bestie, we are roommates. So very happy, very stable, very grounded, very healed. I am also in this reading that I'm going to be doing tonight. We're talking about that full moon. I've been on a few times, but it's just now starting to push me with my consistency and my return to work. So, okay, so look what I've done here. Hi, kids. You have found your person. How cool. Okay, interesting. Well, happy alignment for you. We're going to do cord cutting. I've got these already set up. Got some cord here. I'm going to do a cord cutting ritual having to do with whatever is in your way, whatever it is. These are not just about us not getting the lessons and having the repeat lessons, right? Because of course we have healing and we have, these cycles that keep happening and we keep on getting these lessons. When in fact, I do want to point out that your exhaustion from the lessons is because of the fact that you're still organizing yourself around these wounds. Okay. These wounds are what is causing you to structure and feel your way through your life and your current experiences. So any lessons you're still experiencing, any past trauma that's still coming up, any of these repeat cycles that we're so sick and tired of having, it's because deep down there's structure around your old wounds. These wounds are what is tying us to past problem-solving type of focus. And whenever we are coming up upon, experiences or connections, we tend to compare it to our past experiences or things we've already learned or something, that feels familiar. We try to go back to our bank of, lesson books, right? What did I do last time? How can I do it differently to have a different outcome? How have I evolved? But we're still trying to structure ourselves around those past wounds. Hi, Leela. Look at my Facebook family. Look at y'all showing up and showing out. Mwah. Love to see it. So we have YouTube and Facebook here. I'm glad y'all are here. So we're going to get started here just a second. This feels like sufficient amount of time. We're almost 15 minutes in. I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. Let's do the reading. Look at that. I got my reminders popping up. It's a little late, but yeah. Took us online. Okay, kids, let's look. So we're going to go to... get her mug off the screen. Come on, kid. Hello. Okay. First of all, here we have some new decks. We are growing. I know. We're growing. We're evolving. We're going to be using the new pirate deck tonight. I'm very excited for this. I've been using it here and there, just kind of getting used to the feel of it. And it's been on my altar for the entire week. So we have bonded. I even took it and put it under my pillow one night. So, and it's fun. I know. All my soul family is here and united. Okay. Let's see. First and foremost, let's get these going. Here, kids. All right. So we're going to do a cord cutting after the reading. For the reading, we're going to be looking at what could be blocking you, what is possibly coming up here that you need to be made aware of. Where are we in our inner work, in our shadow work? Okay. All right, kids. Tarot. Okay, let's look here. So glad everybody's here. Thank y'all for tapping like. Thank you all for your follows. Thank you for your subscribes. Thank you to my soul family for showing up this evening. Everybody, and all the old connections. The OGs, that's what I'm trying to say. Y'all forgive my Mercury Retrograde verbiage. They hit me a little harder than everyone else. I'm actually pretty surprised that I got through the beginning because I've been studying all day on what I wanted to say and how I want to conduct my lives tonight because I put a lot of thought into this. Here we go. All right, here's the reading. Here we go, kids. Let's look. So glad to see everybody. Practically ready for our celestial new year. We just had our lunar new year. So we had that shift, right? From the 9 snake year. And we just had that snake lunar Chinese zodiac year close out. And now we have entered the fire horse. Fantastic fire horse energy moving into a blood full moon. Immediately after, pushing us to empower ourselves and use a lot of that energy to fuel us. Okay, here we go. Started working part-time in urgent care. Nice. Good for you. Okay. So, my collective. This is the shadow work. Shadow work deck. Let's see. What does my collective need to be made aware of? Let go and move on. Don't allow the past to prevent you from moving forward. That is on theme with our pirate. The pirate deck we're going to be using. I love it. That reminds me of the Goonies a little bit, right? So the past is haunting you. This is something that is an anchor. This is an anchor to weigh you down, to prevent you from sailing on, to moving on. Okay, you need to let go and move on. Some of your shadow work is about attachments, having these old attachments, possibly not getting closure or feeling like you have allowed yourself closure to be able to allow a cycle to prevent you from moving forward. Okay, totally Goonies, I know. What else? Use discernment. See things for what they really are, not for what you want them to be. Absolutely. This is not about romanticizing or falling in love with potential. Okay. We will never, ever, ever be able to change somebody. And whenever you are focused on potential in someone where they could be if they would just ... You're not attached to the person as they are now. This is not a connection. You're connected to potential, to somebody falling through with your preferences. And it never works. It never, ever works. Okay. Very fitting indeed. Absolutely. See things for what they are. Okay, we need to stop romanticizing. Let go and move on. We've got some blue out here. Blue's heavy in the emotional side of things. We've got a big full moon up here. Okay. How accurate indeed. I love it. I meditated with this deck this afternoon. When I meditated this afternoon, this deck was hanging out with me. So Perfect. Hi, Nisa. Welcome. Welcome. What else is my collective need to know? Take a vacation. Take time to escape all of your life obligations to recharge yourself. We don't give ourselves enough breaks. We don't give ourselves permission to take breaks. I think that Spirit is asking for you to budget relaxation into your future. This is a big part of you being able to recharge yourself so that you have the focus, the clarity, the physical abilities to be able to move forward peacefully, intelligently, grounded. It's very, very important for us to recharge ourselves. Think about your phone. You can't just use your phone over and over again. What do? We race, we run to our chargers. If we know we're going to be gone all day, we don't forget to take our charger, right? We don't forget that because we have to have our lifeline, our life source. You need to treat your soul in the same way. And this has to do with disconnecting. You leave the electronics in the suitcase whenever you go on your vacation. Take some time away, okay? Seriously, literally. What else? Wake up earlier. Aim to wake up earlier in the morning to chase your dreams. The most successful people in the world. I saw this on, let's see, Lewis House. What's his name? Aubrey. He's got the eyes. Anyway, they talk about the most successful people in the world wake up early. They also exercise early in the morning. They start a whole morning routine before they even start their day. This allows you to get yourself energized, connected to your day, to allow yourself to get your body flowing, your mind flowing, to get that connectivity between self and goals in the focus here. Do it, Natalia. Share the reading with your workplace. See, it's right here. Cody said, take a vacation. Wake up early to do it. Tell them I'm taking off to accomplish your goals, right? Waking up early. If a lot of you are like me, like me lately, I'm getting up at 4 a.m., y'all. I'm getting up at 4 or 5 a.m. That's too early because I have to already be at work. Now, the cat just yelled at me from the distance. Master Tobin says, you should be going ahead and getting on up, mama. That's what that is. Spirit's getting you up even earlier. You need to start taking your own advice. Okay, so Spirit's been waking me up early. I've been lazy and trying to get my extra sleep so I can do my day. So, okay. Well, I also asked to be a part of this reading too. Whenever I went in with my intention, what do we need to know? Me and my soul family. I'm also included on the cord cutting as well, because like you all, I as well am healing. I as well am goal setting. I as well have purpose that I am looking to lean into as heavily and as with my whole heart as I possibly can. Okay. What else does my collective need to know? Challenge yourself. Yeah. Challenge yourself to do better. Don't set limits on your potential. Just talking about that. Challenge yourself. Push yourself to do things that you have never done before, things that you've always thought of, things that maybe you would never think of in a million years. Try it once, at least. Challenge yourself. This is about pushing yourself to overcome, to be able to utilize what you know, to see and test where your capacity lies at this current moment. This is how you know where you are emotionally, mentally, physically sometimes. So we can reassess ourselves. I need to take care of myself this way in order to overcome this obstacle to obtain my goals I am looking to achieve. Okay. I'll never be successful. It really depends on it. You get to sleep in? That's funny. Well, there's a lot to be said about getting up ahead of when you had originally planned, giving yourself that extra time for you to be able to work on self, to exercise, to read a book, to meditate, to try some yoga, to go for a walk, to connect with, Mother Gaia first thing in the morning, to sun gaze at the crack of dawn. There's a lot to be said about waking with the sun. There's a lot of fantastic energy there in the twilight moments leading into the daylight. Create an altar. Master Tobins agrees. I just was talking about how my cards have been hanging out with me on the altar. Create an altar. Create a sacred space to help you manifest your intentions. A lot of you already have an altar. Don't forget to clean your altar. Dust it. Shake up that energy. Move things around. That keeps that energy flowing. If you haven't touched your altar in a while, be sure to clean it. Clean that space. Sage the area. Use your Florida water. Whatever you got to do. But, just get the dust off. Move things and get that energy going again. As simple as creating an altar. If you don't have the space for it, you can have a little mini setup where you just have a moment where you are connecting with your higher self. Okay. In order to connect with your higher self, to be able to have that moment where your subconscious and your consciousness have a place of connectivity, where it feels sacred, where it feels holy. Okay. This doesn't even have to be woo-woo. Altars cover everything, everyone. Hi, Angel. How are you? Welcome. Moved everything to your altar room. Beautiful. Good girl. Very good. All right. Look at how attuned my deck is to my soul family already. I love it. Okay, what else? What else from my collective? Your throat chakra is out of balance. Okay, our throat chakra is out of balance. This is when your throat chakra is out of balance. This is you. Listen, I can't even get the words out right now. Mercury retrograde may have a lot to do with this. Some of us may not be 100% honest all of the time. You may be sugarcoating some things to save somebody or spare somebody's feelings. Either set some boundaries or try to be more authentic in order for your boundaries to be starting to come into the conversation, coming into the forefront of your mind. You really want to be able to speak and say exactly what you mean, think, and feel. Also, your throat chakra, a lot of this has to do with not being able to speak honestly about what you are truly feeling. This is about being honest with yourself. There may be a lot of sugarcoating. I also equate this to a lot of small talk. I equate this to a lot of small talk. I have to deal with people all the time, and not on a spiritual level. It's very, very draining to be super surface for hours and hours in a row. Hours and hours and hours in a row. That's what a workplace environment is. It could be very out of balance. I've been also talking about pulling my energy back and not speaking as much at work because I would like to preserve it for those of you that it matters for. That's y'all. That's my collective. That's my soul family. I want to preserve my energy for where it matters. So it does feel like things like that. If you're spending a lot of time just, talking for the sake of filling the void, this might be something that needs to be looked at. How are we expressing ourselves? Okay. What else does my collective need to know? Self-exploration. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself and find your truth. I was just talking about speaking more authentically about who you are, what you think, what you feel. Looks like she could be my sister. Hello, sister. Okay. Peel off the false persona and get to know yourself. Being your most authentic self. This is where you vibrate the highest, is when you are the most authentic you. Vibrationally aligned, vibrationally connected. Hi, Delaney. Welcome in, love. Oh, Freddie. That's terrible. I'm so sorry, Frederick. The ladies here, fam. Throat chakra feels blocked. I've been quiet after being loud. Oh, okay. You're in recovery mode. Yours is resting. It's out of balance. That's another form of balance there, Danielle, as well. Being quiet after having a long yelling session, after having a very negative period of time. Completely quieting yourself is a very natural reaction, but it is an overcorrection. So it is out of balance, because that does tend to put us in the overcorrection mode, right? But this is about you starting to talk, right? You're speaking now. Your soul family is back. You're starting to poke your head back out and speak about it, to allow yourself to air it out and vent. Okay. Beautiful. Last one we'll pull here. Bad habits. Ooh wee. Change a bad habit. Look at this. Candy, potato chips, lots of trans fats. Kill a bad habit. Drinking, overeating, anything else not serving you. This is your vices. This is things that you don't need, but you like, you want. We talk ourselves into deserving a lot of the things. We earn a drink, right? We earn a break. I've eaten healthy. I'm going to overindulge. I'm going to give myself, they call them cheat days or things like that. Next thing you know, it's it's wrecked the whole cycle. But we don't hold ourselves to very strict programs ever. We want to be as fluid as life is. But there, again, we're talking about the overcorrections. We're talking about going from way strict to way overindulging, back to strict. Okay. Cool. I love these cards. This is the shadow work deck. Thank you, Maharuk. Again, I love all of her cards. Love her work. Okay, love your work. Ask yourself today if what you're doing is truly making you happy. Is everybody really happy with your job? Do you love your work? Do you look forward to going in? Are you excited to get to go and do what you do every day? It really shows in the product. You can tell, say, for instance, going out to eat fast food. I'm going to say 90% of those people do not like their job, and it shows. And you can feel it. You can taste it. You're wearing that energy when you go in there. You're consuming that energy when you take on their product of anger and frustration and everything else that goes along with settling, right? So think about, going into a retail job. It's, it's very, very rare when you go into a certain place. On my job, going to the barber shop, okay, I look forward to it. I'm a manifester. I'm somebody who tells myself it's going to be a great day, and then I go in and I have a great day. When I'm at work, though, I'm surrounded by everyone else who is so 3D, so low vibrational, so negative. They don't want to be there. They have heavy, 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 heavy screen time. They rush through their haircuts so they can race back to their phones and get back on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or whatever they're doing, television, whatever. But they don't want to be there. They want to be anywhere else in the world. They want to be, when somebody comes in, they run away, they hide. I'm going up front. Hi, how can I help you? Would you like to give me some money? I would like to take some money. I'm here for it. That's why I'm here today. It's just so strange to me how people go to work and run away from their work. But that's at my place of, and that's what I'm dealing with. And I don't love that. So yeah, I'm right there with you. I am right there with you all. Okay. What else is back here? You got to clarify your desires. We have to clarify our desires, cut through the confusion, and use your intuition to guide you. How on point has your intuition been this week? These past couple of weeks? Have y'all felt that energy coming in to this full moon eclipse? I have been so freaking synchronized. It is wild. I keep having repeat situations. Every single time I look at the clock, it's some kind of an angel number. Every time. I strolled to the kitchen last night, 11:11. I was hanging out in my room after I got out of my shower, and I was turning my TV, my YouTube on to my TV so I could study. And it said 11:11. I was like, where is the camera? So I could just click, 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 click. It's everywhere. Everywhere. How freaking aligned have you guys been? You guys are asked cut through all the confusion. The confusion is us trying to logic it away or allowing for low vibrational negative distractions to cloud our message or to prevent us from being able to connect to our messages. If I had been mentally in another place, I don't think I would have aligned with looking at a clock or, glancing in a direction or having a moment and then repeating an experience and connecting one similarity to another similarity over and over and over and over and over again, consistently, all the time. Angel numbers, always good. Always good. The fact that you're looking at it is your angels testing your awareness. The fact that you're focused on it, and it gives you a reason and a moment of awareness, right? You're alert. You're focused. You're thinking about, oh, this is that. Boom. Your mind has shifted away from a stagnant state to a moment of clarity. And in some moments, we even have these connections of these serotonin hits or things like that. We're like, oh my gosh, this is so great. That evokes a positive outcome, which brings more of that in. Like attracts like. This is your guides, making sure that you're paying attention. And if you are, you continue to get more message. They're just sending up the flag to see if anybody's going to make sure that they're aware somebody's there. And then the cloud messages come up. Okay. So clarifying your desires, being very specific so you can cut through all the confusion, super duper specific as well. We want to not draw in abundance. I would like to have consistent income from multiple streams. That is more specific. And then you can get even more specific, and then you can start working towards these manifestations. But you have to know where your focus is, cutting through the confusion. This is about starting to get very, very specific and clear so that we have some place to focus our energy on, so that we know when we're getting distracted what to do with these distractions, how to redirect ourselves to get ourselves back on track, to deal with things as they come up, to redirect ourselves back to us, back to center. Okay, pulling the needle back to center always. We're going to need a health checkup as well, kids. You guys need to make sure that you're physically capable of doing your life. Okay, listen to your body. Have you, oh my God, you guys, also another thing leading up to this moon, have you had shoulder pain, neck pain, back pain? Have you felt gut health? Like, has your stomach been upset? That's cleansing things. That's pulling energy out. This is telling you and bringing your attention to things that are leaving your body. This is your body physically trying to remove things that it doesn't need anymore. Okay. Stomach. Yes. I've had weird stomach things happening too. So is my mom. And then I've had shoulder pain for, I think, about 3 or 4 weeks straight. I've had some kind of a nerve thing going on, but that's me physically knowing that today is the first day where it's lessened by maybe 70%. 70% released today on my shoulders. And my stomach still feels a little weird, but I definitely felt that energy today. I for sure felt it. It was heavy. I felt weird this morning. Did y'all feel that? This morning, I felt like, I don't know, I just felt so weird. I felt like something was different, but I couldn't put my finger on it. I couldn't tell what it was. I needed to take and direct that energy at something. So they need you to do a health checkup. Take charge of your health and schedule your annual checkup at least every year. Ladies, this is your, the OB visits to do those annual checkups. For fellas, this is your, to get your physicals done, to just kind of get the hood popped. Time to pop the hood, get the systems checked, check the fluids, see how you're doing, right? Okay. Okay. Health checkup. We'll stop there. We do have you escaping materialism. Shift your focus away from the material and develop a healthy inner world. Healthy inner world. The inner world that is fulfilled wants for nothing. You only purchase for necessity, not for desire. So materialism has a lot to do with desire. We want more. We desire more. Girl, I have 5 new decks here because I got a little extra money and I thought I would treat my soul family to some new message. So you're welcome. And Frederick has sent me a few cards. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. Thank you, Fred, for the new decks. Medical advice. I think we need yearly mammogram. How old are you, Layla? You're in your 30s, right? They say by 40 to do them. What do they say? It's every 5 years or something to that effect. Something every 5 years for the but if you have had a health scare, then you're going to want to, of course, consult with your physician. They may want to check you regularly if you've had any sort of scares or anything like that. 46 this month. Girl, I thought you was in your 30s. Okay. My whole soul family, we all look like we're kids. You wouldn't know who any of us are. None of us look or act our age. None of us. Okay, here we go, yo. Oh, Pi Day. I love it. How fantastic. After 40, every 2? Okay. I was thinking 5, but that would depend. Yeah, see, I don't know. But I wouldn't think it was every single year. That's probably overkill. But, you know, if there's reasons to check, if you have history in your family and things of that nature, if you're susceptible to certain genes, things like that. But that's going to be an initial checkup to figure that out. Okay. I'll check. Good for you. Delaney's Capricorn, dude. She's going to, of course, she's going to handle her stuff. There's the Tower trying to come out. And the 8 of Pentacles. Oh, 8 of Cups. Oh, the Tower and the 8 of Cups. Trying to come out. Interesting. That's letting everything fall. And then walking away. Leaving our emotions behind. Tower. Wow. That's a total disruption. Complete teardown. Okay. Let's see. 51. But we don't look or act it. We just don't. 42 years young. Oh my goodness. None of us look and act our age. I red light on the dash. Oh my gosh. Frederick, you're funny. A Monday birthday. How exciting. I may have to come online to do a special birthday wish for you. Okay. Getting on MRI this week for Cancer. Okay. I'm glad you're on top of it and in contact with the correct physicians. Good girl. Very good. All right, kids. Here we go. Let's look here. I think I would like to do we're going to do the extended Celtic. I was going to do the Trail Life, but I'm not that familiar with it yet. I'm going to make a little cheat sheet for myself and start doing those again. I had done them before, but I threw my cheat sheet away, so I'm going to make another one. Anyhow, we're going to do the extended Celtic to look at you, what crosses or complements you. What is the best that can be achieved? What is the foundation for this energy? What's the foundation that my collective, my soul family needs to be made aware of? What is your immediate past? What is your immediate future? We will look at another you position past the point of self-awareness. What is the overall you? We will look at, let's see here. It's been a while since I've done the extended one also. Clink, 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 clink. Turn 52. Oh my goodness. We've grown folks around here, but we don't act like it. And I love it. Because me neither. Okay. There it goes. Your environment. That's it. That's what I wanted. I absolutely needed that extended part of it because it's external influences that are affecting you. And then we'll look at your hopes and fears, and then we're going to look at the outcome. Okay. Then we'll go to the outcome. Very good. All right, kids. Here we go. Here we go, yo. For the you position. For the you position. 6 of Cups. Okay. We have a very heavy past attachment here. Some of you are dealing with kids. This also could be childhood trauma for a lot of us that has not been worked through. Maybe not thoroughly, maybe not deeply enough. 6 of Cups for the you position. Feeling it on Saturday. Oh my goodness. What crosses or complements? Fool card. Okay. That's the new beginning, the Fool's journey. This is something different. then what you've done. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect for this energy. This is that emotional attachment to our old wounds, to everything that shaped us into who we are today. A lot of people become emotionally attached to who they are through their experiences, through their trauma. And a lot of times it is something that becomes so much a part of our identity that we have a hard time formulating anything outside of past attachments or past experiences. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier, about still organizing ourselves around our past wounds, because we may have done a lot of healing. We may have, worked on ourselves, and we're pretty good at meditating, and we have a really good spiritual connection, and we have a pretty good understanding and knowledge about manifestation and living in a high vibration. But deep down and at the core, how we live our lives is structuring it based on how we were raised, what we were taught, our societal conditioning, our cultural conditioning. This is everything having to do with what has shaped you into who you are so far. The Fool card is a leap into something new, something brand new, something completely different. It could complement you, it could cross you. It depends. It depends on how you manage that evolvement, that inner work, the ability to do the inner work so that we can have a successful new experience, a successful experience of what we are trying to achieve or who we want to become, or the difference that we are trying to make. What's the best that can be achieved? Judgment. Major awakening. Major awakening here. This is with every single decision, having it being in alignment with your higher self. This is self with the capital S. To become the best self version of who you are meant to be, where you are evolving to. What's the foundation? Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is less emotional, more intelligent, more thoughtful. This is being more honest with yourself about what you want, the time you have, where you want to invest it. This is about you starting to talk about gaining information, or starting to lean into looking more into the logical side of making things happen. This is about starting to talk about research. This is starting to talk about the plan of action here. Okay. What's the recent past? Two of Pentacles, keeping things in balance. This is about consistently juggling, mixing your energies. I think there's been this balance of serving two masters. We want to be more spiritual. We want to be more aligned with our higher self, with our divine path, with our divine happiness, but we have to pay the bills. We have to conduct ourselves in this 3D world. This has been you guys trying to figure this out, doing your level best to find a way to lean back from where you were and more towards what you were trying to be. But this is about learning that balance. And I think there's still this intermingling happening there with the juggle. The juggle is about, trying to do both. And I am also guilty of that. This is about me, getting into games on my phone and sitting and spending hours of my time, invested in just nothing that doesn't matter. I downloaded Bingo on my phone because I have been very lazy and I have been healing myself this year. But I did turn away from a lot of it. I got lazy and I was, feeling the pull. I was feeling the draw. Don't be mad at me. I wasn't at work. I was being lazy. This is me being more honest. I'm telling y'all more truths about, I wasn't busy. I wasn't reconstructing. I was reconstructing my life, but I was exhausted. I was tired. I was emotionally beat down. I was emotionally traumatized from a recent experience and then an experience before that. And I felt a little insecure about, what image am I projecting? Where's my head at? There's a lot of restructuring happening here just in your recent past. What have I been doing? Where have I been investing my time? What do I want to be doing? What do I need to be doing? Where do I feel better at? So there's a lot of that figuring happening there with that Two of Pentacles. Let's get some immediate future. Okay, Page of Swords. Again, information. Again, we are looking into information. We're wanting to learn more. This is about also communicating this. This is telling your story. Hi, Sheldon from Tasmania. Welcome in. Welcome. I appreciate you being here. Page of Swords is talking about, again, that information. I think that there's going to be a lot of knowledge seeking and talking more about what you're leaning towards. This is networking as well. This is starting to network in a community that is more in alignment with more logical ways of doing things. This is about seeking information, educating ourselves as well, because that is what this Page of Swords will do. This is educating yourself. Starting to speak and talk about ways in which information can be incorporated into your path, into your journey here. What's that U position? I love a little cluster. I'm going to pull these out. That U position, the Sun card. Yeah, there's a lot of optimism here. There's much optimism. This is you radiating in your complete and total transparency. The Sun card. I always say this about the sun. You can't hide anything from the sun. We get the most natural light. We get the most clarity, the most honesty. We feel like we can see everything clearly. This is truth. This is happiness. This is joy. Okay, the Sun card. So that you position, very optimistic indeed. And also, this is a very positive mindset. What do I talk about? That low vibrational negative conversation that is meant to take you away from your focus. These negative conversations about what's going on in the world, what's going on in the news, what's happening with this distraction and that distraction. What can you do about that? Physically, immediately, in this moment, right now? What does that do for you? We can have it in the back of our minds and know that there are, there's garbage going on in the world, stressing ourselves and taking away from our current moment in order to focus on other people's actions based on a third-party source information delivery system is not going to get you anywhere. This is not going to do anything for you specifically in the immediate moment. It is robbing you of the opportunity to focus on things that elevate yourself, that lift yourself up, that could be better spent towards working on things that you can overcome and accomplish, things that you do have control over, like your past traumas. Looking for and seeking mentors, therapists, guides, counselors, life coaches, what have you. Whatever you need to do, however you need to outsource the ability to stay on track, to stay in your mental game here, because it has everything to do with you and what you have going on. Okay, that's about remaining optimistic, remaining positive. That is going to be your superpower in everything you're attempting to do. Okay, so then we're going to have here, what is your environmental influence? What are the external influences affecting you? Page of Cups. So this is a very emotional attachment here towards our dreams. This is us wanting to be more connected to our intuitive messages, to be completely tapped in and tuned into your intuitive messages. The High Priestess, the Hierophant, something of that nature. The Magician would have come out. This is you testing the message. This is the equivalent to starting to see angel numbers, but not quite knowing what it means. This is the deja vu experiences where you think it means something, but you're not quite sure. But there's absolute energy happening here. A lot of you are starting to feel these intuitive messages. This is exactly what the Page of Cups is telling us about intuitive message coming through. So your environment is giving you all kinds of stimuli, that is giving you moments to pay attention and to keep you in the moment for the here and now. Angel numbers, synchronicities, alignments, deja vu, coincidences, whatever you guys want to call it. But I'm here to tell you, it is your intuition wanting your attention, doing things to get your attention here with that message for your environment. What are your hopes or fears? Hopes or fears? This card also slid out. We had a 2 for 7 of Cups, 2 of Wands, confusion. This is double guessing. This is second guessing yourself. This is backtracking on your choices. This is giving yourself too many options. You've got a couple of different paths, but you're nowhere more clear to making a decision than you were when you first started. Okay. So that's your fear. Being confused about the path. Also, maybe not feeling confident about your decisions and choices. I feel like you guys want more clarity before you decide on a path. I think this is a deep fear for you, to invest in something that feels like it could turn out to be yet another dead end, or another lesson whenever you've had, enough, right? We feel like we've had enough. But again, that's where that childhood trauma, inner work is really going to pay off. So what's the outcome, kids? 2 of Cups. I love it. We have the 2 of Wands. This is the 2 of Cups. This is being intuitively connected to your decisions and choices. This is being very confident. This is emotional connection to your decisions and choices. 2s are about choices. Okay. 2s are choices and decisions. This is emotional fulfillment through that decision to make that move. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Swords. This is what you don't see coming. 5 of Swords and the King of Cups. 6 of Swords. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So as we know, the King of Cups is that emotional and mental balance. There's an internal mental struggle happening here. I think you still tend to fight it. You tend to still fight or have the conflict when it comes to your mental and emotional balance, remaining as confident as you can. Because this king here with the King of Cups is somebody who remains constant no matter what happens. But the Five of Swords, that's testing. This is a lot of mental strife, because swords are about thoughts, they're about words, they're about information. This is about truth with our swords. And when it's in five, it's in conflict. It's about changing things, shifting things. And I think that there is a change in how you are trying to stay balanced and remain balanced, and it tends to be a bit of a struggle here. But fives, again, are about change. So there is a change happening. I do want to focus on the fact that this is a good card for the fact of five change, okay? And it's also temporary. It's not like it's out of the blue. It's not life altering in any way, shape, or fashion like the Tower or the Death card would be, okay? It's just an internal struggle I'm strongly feeling, because the Six of Swords is on the other side of the Five of Swords. The Six of Swords is moving on in peace, being completely calm and at peace with ourselves, moving on in peace. And this is us being very abundant, very fulfilled. I love it. That Nine of Pentacles, again, pre-Empress energy. That's absolute, complete luxury obtained on your own. This is everything you could have done to achieve all the things you wanted to do, and gaining all of that with that Nine of Pentacles. We got, Three of Pentacles back here. Working in unison. I love the Moon card in this deck. It's down here a little ways. This is the Moon card. It's the Kraken. I love it. Release the Kraken. Look at that tiny little boat. Oh my goodness. Wow. Overwhelming. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Frederick. Okay. I want to get some clarity on a few of these cards real fast, just to make sure that we're on the right page. As I'm looking at 2 pages. Tell me more, please, tell me more about the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Oh, I knew it was going to do that. I should have said Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. I meant what I said. This is the foundation. That's the foundation here. This is articulating your truth. This is about you being very open to hearing things that will keep you sharp, keep you about your wits. I do like the Queen of Swords when we are, I'm still in shock that it came out together. This is strategizing everything. Have any of it, I've thought about getting some poster boards to start doing a vision board. Have y'all done vision boards? Have y'all thought about doing vision boards? That's an excellent way to strategize. But there's a lot of ambition, and this is about independence as well. This is very single-minded energy. This is somebody who's focused on what they're working on. How can I obtain as much information that I need to do what I need to do? This is being laser focused. Okay, laser focused on what you're doing, what you're learning, the direction in which you're headed. That's the foundation. I think Spirit is asking for a lot of us to get more specific. That was also in the shadow cards there, being very, very specific, determined. This is also about staying on track no matter what, not letting anybody or anything deter you anymore. A lot of this momentum that we're carrying from this full moon has the potential to really elevate us and be quite transformational, should you choose to rise to the challenge here. There's a lot of experience through the Queen of Swords. This is you having so much experience in the past about overcoming obstacles that you are the type of person who knows how to come up with the right path, the right information, where to go for resources to be able to find out what you need to know to make these decisions. And with that overall, the best that can be achieved, your decisions are on point. With the Judgment card up here, your decisions are on point. I also have another card that says every decision you make is the right one. Every single one of them. Even if you go through an experience and it takes you down something that has no outcome, you still have knowledge, you still have experience. You still can have a path that you can rule out so that you know another direction is accurate. Many times if we go a path in a direction and it is way too easy, a lot of times we'll second guess that. We will wonder about the path not taken. Did I miss out on something better? Was there something different? Was there, if it was this easy, think of how much easier it would have been, right? But by having that negative experience and then having a positive experience, that in of itself is a way to keep us on track and to give us that feeling of overcoming. And that is enough fuel to have us looking at the next obstacles that we can overcome and achieve. Okay. Tell me about the Page of Swords. What's this knowledge? Shut up. Page of Cups. Wow. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Frederick. The Page of Cups. Okay. So with our cups, again, that's the intuitive message. And I think that's the way in which you're seeking the information. I think that's the way in which you're seeking anything you do, is that you're making sure that it feels correct. That's a big part of this Pisces sun, the Pisces stellium influence that we have going on currently energetically during this week of March 3rd, March 4th, 2026. Energetically this week, yes, there's a Pisces stellium, Mercury retrograde in Pisces, Sun in Pisces, and what else was it? Saturn? Did y'all say Saturn? Because it's useful information here. So this is somebody who is networking. These are people who are able to communicate and talk. Also, these are students as well. This is very studious energy. Okay. So again, that intuition coming in very strong. Okay. So I do want to let's look at the Page of Cups. Three of Wands. The ship's coming in. This is everything coming in. This is the work you do and looking for the results to happen. This is the results coming because of the effort made, because of the information found. Now we look for the path based on what we're choosing to align with, what messages we're starting to get, what feelings we're starting to lean in towards here. Okay, so the Three of Wands for the Page of Cups. This is loaded with intuition here. I love that for us. Love that for us. May I please know about the Sun card? The Fool. Look at our little duplicates. Don't we love duplicates? I love a duplicate. I'm a big fan. Crosses or complements you. That's that you position. Here it's in the you position. Here it's in the you position. The Sun card, the Fool card, optimism about this new path. This is that leap of faith, blind leap of faith. This is being highly aligned with that new direction here. Okay. I would like to clarify the Two of Wands and the Seven of Cups. Two of Wands, Seven of Cups. Is that the High Priest? No, it's Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Pentacles. This is very assured, very confident energy. This is somebody who knows their stuff here. So this is the hopes and fears. Confusion of your path, being very confused. The Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's very confident. That's no nonsense. I think this is such a practical way of looking at it that it feels like there's nothing but support for the decisions that you've made. You have all of the confidence in the world behind the support needed to gain the decision, to be confident behind the decision here. So it feels like you need to get into your own head here with that Queen of Pentacles. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Okay. The Devil. Chained to your decisions, tying ourselves to our decision. So again, with it being a 2, it's not super confident. It's not the best that can be achieved with the Judgment card is absolute divine decision making here. But the Two of Cups, the Two of Wands coming out with the Seven of Cups, it almost feels like we are still going to be in our heads about every decision made. There's going to be this tie that's going to link us to our vices, our obsessions, our addictions, the things that we love to do. How can we integrate them into our new path, our new life? That's that Devil card. It feels like a lot of times with this Two of Cups, that's an emotional decision for us to just kind of, okay, well, no matter what I do, I feel like it's something that I can always choose. I can always have the option of more choices and more decisions, right? But that's pretty much tying yourself to the ambiguity of the outcome with the Devil card coming out. We kind of tied ourselves to that Fool card moment of it'll be what it'll be. We'll see how it goes. Let's just see. Let me just start getting the ball rolling, and we'll lean in the direction as we're going along, right? The Devil card. We could be second guessing ourselves over and over and over again. Many of my soul family are very intelligent, very thought-evoking people. So we can't help but be in our heads a little bit about what we're doing and why. But again, this has to go back to our childhood traumas and our attachment styles and the information in which we inherited and adopted in order to create the individual we've become to this day. Changing and altering that is a very scary moment, to reinvent yourself and go in a completely different direction. To abandon everything in order to do something totally different is very scary. It's also alarming for everyone around you as well. So that invites external doubt, which is never helpful, especially if you're the kind of people that get in your head a lot. I let other people move into my head rent free, and that is also something I am going to work on. A lot of people become people pleasers because of their childhood traumas and things that they've experienced in the past. So, all right, cool. That was fun. Good reading. Good reading, good reading, good reading. Let's do the cord cutting. I don't want to be too long. It's been 1:20. Thank y'all. I know it ran along. My Mercury retrograde has me not speaking clearly, and I have a difficult time listening to people who are not articulating themselves or clear. I also can't stand to listen to people who eat while they're talking. I'll just be like, bye. Okay. Another block for some of you is being too hard on yourself. Being way too hard on yourselves. You got to give yourself credit for how far you've come. You don't need to lower your bar, but you do need to be able to see your small wins. Give yourself credit for what you have accomplished and how far you have come. Don't be too hard on yourself. If you're reinventing yourself, if you're going in a completely different direction, if you're reinventing yourself yet again, don't be too hard on yourself. At least you have the opportunity to be able to do that. How many people get to say that? You know, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, and I followed through pretty far on a lot of things. To have that kind of flexibility in life, to have that kind of shift and change, help me out, Spirit. The variety. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, just be quiet and listen to them. Okay. All is flowing. All is flowing. You are manifesting. Finding your flow, and the success will follow. You're figuring out what your flow is. Give yourself grace. Give yourself that wiggle room, that time to figure it out. Okay. Oh, I was just talking about that ancestral money blocks. This is that inherited information, the information passed down to us through our upbringing, through our grandparents, their grandparents, their grandparents. You know, we get hand-me-down information on how things are done a lot of times. Many times we are products of our environment more times than not. In order to understand how these ancestral money blocks were passed down, you need to look at your patterns and the programs, that programming that we're looking at to intensify our reprogramming, to think differently, to achieve differently, to have differently. So the things that you've picked up from parental programming, I don't know about you, but my folks, woo, they are some penny pinchers, like pinchers, every single penny. Like, yeah. Mom, not so much because she's a good earner, but my dad, yes, absolutely. And then repeating patterns. And that's a money block. Whenever you think tightly about money, it's energetically blocking it. It clenches up. Because if you think I can't spend, there's nothing coming in, universe has no choice but to affirm everything we think and feel. No choice. It's a mind game that it's playing with you. So whenever you're affirming that there is no money, it will continue to give you no money. You have to release that mindset. And that's hard to do, especially if you have people in your in your proximity that refuse to adopt that mentality, but continue to bolster about savings and budgets and the price of everything and how everything is tight and everything is hard. That's difficult to maintain that mindset to just, versus just when somebody starts going off on a tangent, plugging your ears, going, la, 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 la. I don't hear you. Shush, shush, stop. And then that's a block and a boundary, as immature and ridiculous as it is. But again, the people that love us and know us can't help but just word vomit at us every time. And if they've been conditioned to be allowed to commiserate, then we have to change and shift that. We have to be aware of it and find and figure out how to think and feel and do differently. Okay. Those are repeating patterns here. Hi, Daisy. Welcome. To get rid of repetitive behaviors, you need to look inward, examine what triggers those behaviors, uncover the underlying causes, and resolve them at the root level. That's from the very beginning, all the way from the beginning. We used to pick lottery numbers. We used to clip coupons since I'm a kid. We'd sit and just pull them out of the newspaper and just cut coupons and just plan our whole list around that. And then, our whole lives, conserving water, don't waste energy. Shop on a budget. There is something to be said, though, about going around and checking to make sure you're getting the right and appropriate pricing for what you're doing. There's something to be said about that. Don't discount that that option, but it's also not about looking for the most cheap, right? We don't want to settle, but we can find a good bargain for something that will work really well. Okay. So there are compromises that you can do, but we have to understand, recognize, and start working on the patterns. That's where we start to get stuck in these loops. That's where we get stuck in these loops and this continuation of these cycles that are holding us stuck. Again, physical health is sitting back here. Twice that's come out, kids. Virgo is very big in detoxing. Virgo energy is very big about health, about making more organic choices and decisions. This is about also not trying to lean towards perfectionism on anything, but being more aligned with what works for you. What works for you, and being accepting of a job well done. When we can finally say, well enough is enough and good enough is done. Okay. All right. Just wanted to pull a few more possible blocks because that's the financial block stuff. All right. Let's do the cord cutting. We're going to get this going. How many of you have ever done a cord cutting before? Minus Lisa. If there's anyone new in here, this candle here is for my collective. This is for my soul family. I'm going to, one of my hairs on this. Won't that be extra? Oh, I have one of my hairs that's tangled up into the cord. That'll be nice and helpful. I bet it'll smell great too. Okay, here we go, kids. So we have black salt around. I'm going to add another little layer of salt, but that's the last of my black salt. I need to make some more. I need to make more of everything. When I'm done with all of my live streams tonight, I'm going to take a spiritual bath. That's the reasons why I cleaned my bathroom this week, so I could have a nice clean environment to go and meditate and connect to my higher self in, for my soul family and myself. for my soul, family, and myself, that we may cut the ties that bind us. Any energetic blocks, any old resentments, old grudges, old attachments here, we're looking to release. We're looking to release with this lunar eclipse and this full moon energy. Ashe, so mote it be. All of our old blocks, be it financial, be it emotional, be it spiritual. All of these old blocks shall fall away. Ooh, child. Child, this ain't gonna go. I tied my loop too small. I wonder if I can. Yeah, no harm, no foul. I need more. That's my fame. That's my altar knife. Yeah, it's for my altar work. It's beautiful. I love her. I heard that in your best Australian accent, though, Lisa. That's not a knife. That's a knife. That's better. Okay, now we got something to work with. All right. I'm having to be very delicate here. Okay. Past trauma. Things that we have carried with us forever that we're ashamed to talk about. Your shadow stuff. Things you hide from the world. Things that tend to keep you from being in your most authentic vibrational self. We are releasing everything that prevents us from being our most vibrational, highest aligned selves. Okay. All right, children. I'm gonna a little more salt here. Okay. So mote it be. Everything that is blocking us and our power united. Wow, it just took my flame. It took my flame from my candle, from my match. I didn't have to wave this out at all. Wow, okay. So we're going to let that burn. And we're going to concentrate on that energy there. We'll let this burn in the background. All right. So this is going to be working over here. Oh my goodness. There you go. Now let's go back. Okay, so y'all can see that working here. If anything happens that we need to be more aware of, then we'll go back to that. Okay, so all right. Does anyone have any questions for me? I'll be opening the chat now to answer any questions if anybody has anything. I'll give you one question per person if y'all would like to go ahead and ask. I am feeling very generous while we're letting that candle magic work over here, okay? Go ahead if anybody wants to ask me a question. One quick question. It cannot be general. It needs to be specific. It cannot be a general outlook. I cannot check energy. I cannot look at the month. I cannot look at the week. Give me a specific question. And not what does spirit need me to know. It cannot be general. I need a specific question. If anybody has anything specific that you're needing clarity or guidance on, I'm opening up the chat. Okay, this had to be clear. Please, no generals. They take forever. And it's too much because I'm way too intuitive. And I know too much about the cards. I can't just give a short answer. Okay, that's a pretty good one. Peace. Peace. Let's see. Okay, I'll ask Lisa. Sure thing. All right. Okay. Well, Bianca, find peace. None for you. Bugga. Very good. Daisy, I'll ask. Okay. Is Bianca going to find peace in her life soon? Well, interesting. So the King of Cups came out. We had the King of Cups come out in the main reading. And again, that's balance. This is having your head and your heart in alignment. This is what's going to bring in peace for you. This is going to be where anything emotional happening around you does not affect you because you are attuned. Your head is aware of what is logical, what is really happening. This is you being completely attuned to the experience and not trying to cast emotions or to project feelings on anything. You're just accepting everything in the moment as it is. Also, your emotions to be in check as well. So this is your head and your heart being in balance is going to bring in peace for you. Okay. In order to obtain that kind of balance, this is going to take a lot of inner work. The King, as you know, this is work. It takes work to get here. There's many steps in order to obtain that kind of balance. So it's not a few things you can do. This is going to be an all life encompassing redirection of self. This is going to be a new approach to how you see things and how you react to things. This is a completely different approach. This will bring you peace. But peace is about radical acceptance, babe. Radically accepting everything is exactly how it should be. It is. Even if it is in a very an upheaval moment or it feels chaotic, it's for a reason. There's something here. Okay. Radical acceptance. Hi, Luann. All right, cool. I'll ask these questions. Very good. I love it. Okay, let's see here. Thank y'all for all the questions. Are Lisa and Virgo going to make up soon? Oh, let me put this card back in. So all the cards are back in because that's a real reading. Are Lisa and Virgo going to make up soon? Okay, I've got Chariot. This is fast moving and this is overcoming obstacles. So I'm getting, yes, feels quick. It feels very, what is this? This is This is kind of life-changing because it's major arcana. It feels like there's a lot of awareness here. There's something here that brings you more abilities to kind of detach from your wounded spaces whenever you're experiencing something. This is not about projecting your inner pain and trauma. This is about overcoming that and moving forward. And I do see quickness here. Okay. I do see quickness there. But again, the major arcana cards are, that's life-changing. It's going to take a big life-changing experience there. I'm going to move the camera back because it's getting big, and I want to show. I don't know if you can see it, but it's, the flames are getting much, much bigger. Okay. It's about to get crazy. This is a cord cutting from my soul family here. This is everything that is energetically blocking us for this full moon energy. We're going to release a lot of these karmic ties, these old traumatic issues that we've been carrying around with us, these old resentments, these old grudges, this past anger, our vices, our addictions, our low vibrational thinking, feeling, those connections, everything that blocks us right here. We are cutting that cord. We are the purple candle, my family. Okay. Okay, loves. Daisy. Thank you, Frederick. I appreciate you. Daisy. Is Daisy with the right person? 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 We got the Eight of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of things that you don't know. There's too much not being said in this connection, so it puts you in your head a lot. This is the type of connection that makes you overthink, and it keeps you trapped in your head of thinking and thinking and thinking. You know, I think this. I guess I was surprised to do something to get an answer. I don't know. But thank you. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I will absolutely look. Yeah, no problem. So Daisy, I'm getting a no. I think this person puts you in your head too much. They give you a lot of reasons to feel like you are, needing to second guess things. They don't give you a lot of clarity. So this is you kind of making up your own answers because they're not telling you things. Okay. So, and I used to say this to a lot of my exes. I was like, listen, if you're not telling me stuff, I'm filling in the blanks myself. And you don't want me doing that. You don't want me filling in the blanks myself. He put you in overthinking. See, and I told myself this when I was, my last relationship I was in, and then the one before that, I don't like myself. I don't like who I am. I'm always outward focused, and I can't focus on me because something externally is always happening. I don't like myself when I'm in a connection. I'm the same way. I was the same way in mine. Thank you, Frederick. So yeah, I'm not seeing this being the right connection for you, my dear. This is somebody who's not giving you a lot of clarity. They're not really clear in their communication. So they send you in your own head a lot. That's not healthy. Does not look good, dear. I don't like it. Okay. I don't like it at all. Very good. Okay. All right, Miss Leela. Let's look at Miss Leela. Is R authentic? Okay, here we go. Is R authentic? The cords are getting the candles burning down, my darlings. To be fair, our AC just kicked on, so the flames are going. I'm going to close that vent. There we go. Okay. Is R authentic? For Leila, is R authentic? authentic. Okay. Yikes. Okay. I got the Emperor. I got Aries energy coming out. I'm going to say yes. This is somebody who's very confident in his masculine energy. This is somebody who knows what their position is in a connection, in a relationship. They're not really going to give you, they're not really giving you a lot of reasons to feel scared or nervous. This is also father energy as well. He's an Aries. Shut up. Oh my God. Leela's right. Luann, he won't tell you. Holy crap, he's an Aries? Shut up. I love it. I love when they do that. Okay, yeah, he'd be a good father type figure. He's very very in control of his life. This looks good. Looks good, dear. I like it. I like it. Okay. He better be. No, I'm just kidding. From my Leela, he better be good. Okay. All right, Luann. Will Luann find a true love before he transitioned from this timeline? 70 years old. Okay, finding a true love. You know, I've heard of couples getting married at 80. I've heard of couples, you know, finding their person later in life or finding the next person later in life. Here we go. Page of Cups. I do see a connection coming in. This is romantic offers. This is dating type conversations happening here. Page of Cups is good. That's very romantic. Romantic intentions. Could be somebody younger than you as well, Luann, with the Page of Cups. I'm seeing somebody potentially younger. Somebody to kind of make you feel a little bit more vibrant. I like it. Not bad. Oh, you're welcome. I'm definitely getting somebody younger. I got a page at the bottom too, Page of Pentacles. So, yeah, cool. Let me know. I love that. I don't give up hope for anybody. For me personally, I'm feeling more and more asexual. It feels more and more like the right decision for me personally, but I don't give up on others being able to have connection and make it work and to, you know, be in a healthy, fulfilling, reciprocal, balanced relationship where you can commune with somebody and have things in common and, you know, plan and goal set together and not future fake and actually have follow through. I do believe in that. It's absolutely viable, but I don't think so for me. I've given up on my own, but whatever. It's whatever's. Anywho. Hi, Delaney. Welcome back. I see you snuck back in, Miss Cutie. Okay. Cool. I got everybody answered. So what's coming? What do you mean? Hi, Scott. Right at the beginning, I asked if everybody could please be specific as possible. If you are asking me a question. If you need clarity on anything, tarot offers clarity. It gives you clarity on a situation you can't quite figure out. If you're having confusion with the intuitive downloads you're getting, if you need clarity on a situation you're experiencing, I can offer that for you. Absolutely. We can look at the cards and I can read the current energy. I can show what your trajectory is based on current energy and advise based on what's coming out. So if you're interested in finding out something specific, I can absolutely answer that for you, Scott. I'm feeling generous tonight, so I am giving everybody one free while we're waiting for this cord cutting to burn down. towards a new venture? Absolutely, because that's that full moon stuff. You got to watch this whole reading. The whole reading. I was doing the shadow block stuff. So here, real quick. It was like something's building, set boundaries. So these are some shadow blocks that could be preventing that new thing from coming in. So I'm giving everybody focus on what to look at in order to open up that energy for allowing the new thing to come in. So you feel like something new is coming in. Let me see. Let's see. It feels like something is building up towards a new future. And that's exactly what this full moon stuff is. And that Virgo influence on the moon wants us to detox our lives. We're getting ready to not only achieve what we're going towards, but be able to live long to enjoy it, and to be able to be healthy, and to be able to have the wherewithal to really enjoy this new adventure and the new endeavor, right? Okay. Hi, love. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Is something building up towards a new future, a new venture for Scott Anderson? New venture. What kind of new venture? We have a new venture for Scott. New venture for Scott. New venture. There it is. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes. Oh, this is so perfect. This is exactly what I was talking about. And look at this moon cycle right here. 8 of Pentacles. This card, Scott, is fantastic for this exact thing. This is organization. This is Virgo energy. This is work. This is school. This is educating yourself. This is getting ready for whatever lucrative thing is happening. Also, 9 of Pentacles is just the next step. That 9 of Pentacles is, I've achieved everything. I've accomplished everything. I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. And everything is easy. That's like picking and choosing when you work. That's about being the boss and getting to take off whenever you want. But you're getting yourself ready to be able to do that very thing right now. 8 of Pentacles, organizing, working, educating. So freaking awesome. Hey, there's my Kiwi. Hi, Sammy. I remember now. It was the I love you. That's fun. Yes. Perfect. Jack of all trades. Excellent. That's exactly what the 8 of Pentacles does. That's me too. 8s are transformational as well. 8s are about action, movement happening. So there's movement towards financial security with that 8 of Pentacles. That's exactly what that is. This is you making all the right moves to obtain financial security. So good. You also, Sheldon? I love that. Good. Good for us. I also claim. Yes. I love that. Good for you. Very, very good. Cool. Okay. Everybody gets one question just to make sure everybody got your question answered. I greatly appreciate you. Oh my gosh, 20 people. I love it. Thanks, loves. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for tapping that like button. Thanks for your follows, subscribes. This has been a fun live stream, everybody. This has been very, very fun. We've got a cord cutting happening here for our past blocks so that we can really open ourselves up for what is coming in. The new you, your new way of thinking, your new way of obtaining, achieving, earning, learning, growing, evolving, overcoming, detaching, healing. This is the moment. This is the transformational moment. And 8s are exactly about that. Think about 8 as the Scorpio energy. Scorpio energy is about rebirth, death and rebirth, transformations. The movement from getting stuff out of the way that no longer serves in order to move into what is now allowed to bloom in its place. Okay. Blooming in its place. Cool. Love that. All right. Yes, Sam, you absolutely may ask me a question. Let's see. Do you see Luann wants to know about a sign, one in your field, but not really what I'm hoping for. Maybe a new one, dating a few, but not much in common with them. Oh, excuse me. Not really a sign. I will say, let's see. I got a details. This is details. I've made this. Anything I can tell Luann about? Oh, look, it landed on Virgo. It stopped there. More lessons, more healing needed. Okay. And again, I will keep saying this, that whenever we're externally focused, we're taking ourselves away from what is a drawing and attracting them to us, Luann. When you're looking outward and you're looking at them, we lose the ability to focus on what it is that brings in the right person in the first place. You can't look outward and say, is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Is it you? Because Luann, what you need to do is be working on who you are and what you love to do so that you can naturally align for what vibrationally is matching your energy. If you're seeking and looking and you're externally focused, you're going to dilute yourself, and you're also going to confuse yourself very heavily by being overwhelmed with too much possibility, too much direction happening there. But if we're focusing on what we love, what we do, right? This is about taking a pottery class or going to a gardening store all the time, or, whatever that is, whatever there is, going to a community center and taking up some easy classes like water aerobics, or going to play bingo. Mom and I were talking about that. We want to get a big group together and go play bingo. But that's about aligning and vibrationally matching, okay? Vibrationally matching with somebody. But that's what that lessons and healing is because that's an external focus. And this is a block, believe it or not. Focusing too much on who is here and what are they about is completely distracting you from naturally just aligning. Okay. I will say that's a big part of aligning with our exact person is by doing what you love when you love to do it. Take a cooking class, teach a cooking class, for crying out loud. You could teach the dang class, probably. Anything like that. Take up pickleball. Lots of boys play pickleball. Is there something athletic you could do? I mean, athletic, like table tennis or shuffleboard. We don't want to hurt ourselves. I almost injure myself getting up off the floor. I couldn't imagine going out and taking up some, extreme athletic new hobby. Not at this point in my life. Not yet. But I will. I'm detoxing also, so I will physically get there. But yeah. Agree with what you're saying. Oh, yes, no problem. No problem. Yeah, we can't get too locked in on anything. And tarot doesn't really do that about, okay, you're going to see a Taurus and it's going to be in summertime and look out for somebody that has brown hair. Okay, why? You're going to drive yourself crazy. And you are going to remove yourself from the organic alignment potential by just vibrationally existing and being authentic. Okay. All right. I'm glad to have mentioned and helped out with that. Okay. Is Sam still here? Sam, feeling come over here saying, why do I feel like someone is missing when I went onto Facebook Messenger? Someone is missing. I don't know what you mean. What does that mean? I don't, that's a little too ambiguous. Sam, if you can ask me something more specific, like what do I need to know about my blocks? What could be blocking me from, obtaining my goals? Is this pursuit I've been looking into? Is it a good alignment for me? Can you rephrase your questions as something more in that fashion? Is that possible, Sam? Can you help me out? Okay. Ooh, it's happening. We're getting to the cord. We are getting to the cord. Okay, it's starting to get active over here. This is our candle here, and this is our blocks. The blocks is moving really slow. Our candle is burning very quickly, collective. I know, Sam. So there's all kinds of Kiwis and Aussies in here right now. So you're in good company. My Southern Hemisphere is showing up and showing out like always. So I love you guys so much for being here. Exactly, Frederick. Exactly. So everything you do that makes you happy, and it's about being conscious of your own vibration. That's your focus. This is what brings in your alignments, whether it be jobs, opportunities, friendships, a new salesman that's, exactly, the right person for you, a new hairdresser, whatever it is. But when you're vibrating happy and organically authentic, your life aligns for you. Okay. It's when you get tested with those off feelings about things that are in a misalignment. That's whenever you're kind of you're being tested, or something is coming in to give you awareness. Okay. Give you awareness. I did have black hair sitting back here, but again, yeah, the details. Siente, right? Nice. This is interesting. It's starting to, okay, here it goes. It just started to burn. It just caught on. Delaney, what can I get you? What would you like to ask me? What would you like to ask me? It's starting to happen, guys. Here it goes. The cord's on fire. We are taking control of our own attachments here. I want to point that out. By our candle burning quicker and getting to the cord faster and catching it on fire first, we are the ones here. This is us. Look at this. Look at how big this flame is. Wow. Okay, it detached. Look at it leaning. It is on fire towards the blocks. Dang it. Stupid AC kicked on again. I gotta go kick it off. Okay. There we go. Okay. So there we have it. General. Delaney, I just scolded everybody to not be general. I asked if everybody could, I'm answering like a specific question. If you need to know like what your blocks are, if you have a specific block, if you have a block emotionally, financially. Wow, this flame. I'm going to get it away from my camera because I don't want heat like that on it. There we go. Look at that. Wow. This flame. Okay, we got to do a side view because this is insanely big. Look at the size of these. Have you ever? Look at this. Look at this. Look at us. Look at us cutting the cords. We are burning that cord up. So the cord that's on the blocks, is still attached to the candle, and it has completely caught up in flame. And then the one that's on our candle, It's still attached, but it hasn't burnt up yet. But it's covered in wax. Wow. It's so big. You have a financial block, Delaney? So yeah, Delaney missed the memo. She did not get the memo. So I don't fault you for that, but that's hilarious. And that's that very thing I was trying to help everybody not do. Let's see here. I'm going to have to pick that up. We got to intervene because I knew that was going to happen. I'm going to pick that puppy up. Come here, you. Yikes. Okay. Now that is okay. There we go. I know it's right up there too. I've been saging and smudging and testing every single smoke alarm we have thoroughly, and they're good to go. The one that's sensitive, I've bagged it. It's got a plastic bag over it because it's too sensitive, and it can't handle my cleansing. This is magnificent. So our cord has started, and now we have a very small flame on the block. So there's a very small flame here, and there's a pretty massive flame still on us. And now our cord has finally caught on. So the cord on the candle, now that, oh shoot, I did it. There it goes. Okay, did y'all hear that? Okay, we're good. Goodness me. Okay. I have moved spirit. Did y'all hear them? So spirit will trigger the alarms. So this cord also is yow. There we go. Okay. Your car alarm just went off also? Wow. I set your car alarm off. My bad. And there's the alarm. Exactly. Delaney called it. You should have bet on that. You are so intuitive. That was magical. Okay. It's contained. Nothing to see here. That was powerful. That was pretty massive, y'all. So, okay. So Delaney. I know, right? Y'all are so funny. You randomly get interrupted by the staff. Those darn coworkers, tell them to get on YouTube and come join us. We're gonna take a 3-hour break and go get online. Okay. That is so funny. Every time you sage, Frederick, they go off. That's funny. I've really put them to the test here. So, and there they just, yeah. And so now we're good. Hi, Jen. Welcome in. We just finished a cord cutting for the blocks. So that's what we're wrapping up here. We got a cord cutting. Can I show you the, there we go. There's the flames happening here. Also, I've done a lot of collective readings that you have missed by coming in late, Miss Jen. So be sure to go back and watch it from the beginning. We did a full Oracle and tarot reading. I did a Celtic cross, and then now I have answered questions for everybody. I just want to make sure everybody did get a question answered. I was offering one free question to everybody. No ambiguity, please. No general questions, no outlooks, no what's coming in, no what does spirit have for me. Be specific. If you need clarity on a specific situation, I am open to offering you guidance. I am here for it. So if anybody is hurting or needing some clarity in your life, if something is nagging at you, should I leave my job? Should I try to get this new job that I'm thinking about going to? Is my person a good person? Is this a good alignment for me? Should I, you know, whatever? Should I stop talking to this one person who is always draining my energy? I can look at that. I can give you offer guidance. You didn't miss all the good stuff. It's absolutely recorded, so you can go back and rewatch everything. It's amazing. That's the beauty of these, is that everything is recorded and put up. Facebook holds it for 30 days, and then they make me download it if I want to keep it, but I'm not doing that. I'm already blue checkmark verified on Facebook. So if somebody is trying to use my name on Facebook and they don't have that blue checkmark, they are a scammer. There's a lot of scammers with my name and my picture. They've stolen all my stuff. They repost my stuff too. So just be very aware of who y'all are dealing with, should that ever come up. But yeah, I'm blue checkmark certified over there. But anyway, you can go back and rewatch everything. I keep it up for at least a month, so plenty of time if anybody has a question. So Bill is taking your money. Bill or the bills? Bill or multiple bills? Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my auto bills? Okay. Delaney, did you want to know if you have any kind of money blocks? Was that your question you wanted to ask? You guys, this cord cutting was awesome. I mean, it was a little chaotic. It was a little nutty there for just a second, but not too terrible. Nothing too bad. One little beep, and then I set Melanie's car alarm off, so that was fun. But yeah, that's the cord cutting here. I did have to rescue some of the fire, so we can go into it goes into the glass jaw. Bill for bills. Hey. Nice. Very good. Or should I say T-Roy? T-Roy. Okay. Cool. All right. Is there a financial block that Delaney needs to be made aware of? Is there a financial block? Oh, how funny. The Four of Pentacles pops out. Is there a financial block Delaney needs to be made aware of? Financial block Delaney needs to be made aware of. Okay. King of Cups. Do you indulge in retail therapy? Do you like to spend money? Do you like to spend it as quick as you make it? Is it like an open door policy when it comes to your paycheck? In it goes, out it goes. In it goes, out it goes. 3 serious things go on. So cord cutting was perfect. Fantastic. Oh, I'm so honored to have helped. Yay. That makes me happy. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. At times. Okay. It's too damn tempting, right? I was saying that earlier. We tell ourselves that we earn these things. We earn the drink. We've earned the night out. We've earned that big indulgence meal, that big heavy meal. We've earned that piece of cake. We tell ourselves this all the time. But the problem with treating ourselves to momentary fulfillment is that long-term goal gets pushed to the wayside, and we put that off more often than not. I will say that I don't see it happening too often because the kings are it's sitting energy. So this is somebody who's very emotionally and mentally balanced about choices and decisions being made. Okay, limiting beliefs. I can't. Financial blocks. You have a limiting belief Choose something new to believe in that will help improve your life and start implementing things that support your new belief. So feeling like that concert's too expensive for you to try to go to this year, so you're going to not go, or that trip's going to be too expensive, so you can't take it. These are limiting beliefs. Telling yourself that, this is not going to be open for you because X, Y, and Z, whatever reasons. But this is about retraining your thinking, retraining your thought process here. It is TLC. I thoroughly believe that. I've had to train myself to do window shopping. So I'll fill up my online cart. So I'll shop and shop and shop and pick a bunch of things and put them in my cart, and I'll never get them. I won't push purchase. I won't hit purchase, but I fill up my cart and I feel good because I've selected a bunch of things that, if I were to have X amount of money, if I had a downfall, if I had not a downfall, a windfall of, an extra $200, then I'll purchase it. I'll do that, and I tell myself this because it's fun. It's in the moment. It's a guilty pleasure. But let's be honest, when that $200 comes up, I'm not going to spend it on crap. I'm going to pay a bill. Excuse me. I'm too tall. My elbows whacking things. Okay. Limiting belief. Being balanced, I would say. Being very, very balanced about when you can and when you need to make plans to do something. Okay. When you can do something and when you need to make plans to do something. That's going to help. I think that'll help you a little bit. Another thing about the King of Cups has a lot of good business contacts as well. Oh, of course. Yeah. That would be crazy. I'm not in my 20s anymore. I don't do that anymore. Put a bill off so I can go have fun for the weekend. I'll pay it next week when I earn the money. It'll be a little late and I'll just pay the late fee, whatever. I don't do that anymore. I used to. Now it freaks me out if I get behind on things or something's like sitting there accumulating late fees or whatever. It feels heavy. Now, I used to not. I used to justify all of that, but it's funny. Has anyone looked at the moon yet? I have not been out yet. I stayed up kind of late last night and my intention was to try to make it, but I didn't make it. And then I always wake up early anyway, so I was going to catch it. But then I woke up at like almost 8 o'clock in the morning, which is unheard of for me. So I caught the fatigue part of the full moon, which full moons usually do make me pretty tired. They really drain me very badly. I'm a Cancer sun already, so I'm very influenced by the moon, like heavily. So it's every time it's full, it's sleepy time. Sleepy time. You want a good credit rating? Girl. Me first. No, I'm just kidding. I wrecked it pretty good, but it's in the works to improve. I got a guy I'm working with, and it's in the works to get better. Because I let bad choices and decisions, I let myself get distracted and swayed and talked into other paths that were not as secure because I followed my heart versus my head. I will definitely go out when we're done here. In between, because I'm going to go jump on TikTok when we're done here. Go jump on there, give them a little moment. And see what we can do over there and see if anybody even wants the cord cutting, because I know you guys enjoyed it. They're still going strong here. Elevate your financial security. Same. What are we doing to initiate that? Are we looking into more education? Are we looking into certifications? Are we looking into talking to people in the company to see if there are ways to be promoted within? Are we talking to our bosses about internal promotions? Right? What are we doing in order to secure more money? In order to elevate the security, what actions are we taking? Right? I've got a few things in works myself. So then it's just about being comfortable as well as financially comfortable. I also have to be emotionally comfortable. I have to have a good setting. And that was that card that came out. It's about loving your work, loving where you work. You have to love what you do, or it will be a major block to any abundance you're trying to create. If you're going somewhere and you can't stand your job, you can't stand the environment, it's a block. It absolutely is. It is, it reeks, right? It's this feeling and this energy that you give off whenever it has to do with your abundance or accumulation of such. So behavioral changes and more work. Yeah, absolutely. Manifestation too. Cool. Yeah. Same. I'm going to be doing a vision board. I haven't done one in a while. I'm going to be getting a big old stack of poster boards. I've got some plans to make some posters. I'm going to do some vision boards, and also I want to build like some scripts and things to kind of put on my wall back here, so I have some things to look at, and then I'll change those out as needed. But I'm going to be educating myself also, so that's the way I'm growing. Being back into my routines and becoming more consistent, being very protective and having strong boundaries with my schedule, very strong boundaries with my schedule so that I can utilize my time more effectively, as well as budgeting time to take breaks. Vacation was in there. We have to be at our optimal performance level, and that's only able to be done if we are rested and have cleared our mind, cleared the gunk out. You know, you do that by unplugging every once in a while and detoxing. That's big time what that Virgo energy is. Detox. Okay. Detox. Cool. Okay. All right, kids. How do y'all feel? Much better? This was fun. What a good live. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, for hanging out. Did I get everybody's questions? Was everybody able to come up with a good question and get that answered through me? Happy to offer that for everybody, as well as the cord cutting. May that energy carry on through to the new moon. Now, this is going to be very active energy for the next couple of days. So continue this momentum, continue this focus, continue this discipline to stay on track. You are the only one who's going to keep yourself accountable. You have to be your own accountability coach when it comes to accomplishing our goals and doing that inner work. The benefactor is you. The disciplinary also has to be you. I'm here to remind you. I'm here to guide you, and I'm here to show you that the results are worth it. Okay. So as long as y'all keep on coming back and tuning in, hanging out, playing along, I am here for it. I thank y'all so much for doing so today. I love you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Frederick, Melanie. It was so good to see you. Yeah, I'm back, baby. I'm back. I got the restream going again. I got the soul family back together. The gang's all here. It was so fun. Bianca, thank you. Delaney, thank you so much for intermingling me into your day. Lisa, as always, thank you. Frederick, you are a godsend. I am so appreciative. Every single live, you're here helping out the chat and keeping it safe for everybody so we can all have a good time. You are so appreciative. Thank you, sir. Much, much, much appreciation. All of the new folks who showed up, everybody who showed up who was new, thank you. I appreciate all of your participation, everybody for trusting our guidance, and for allowing me to have a place to teach and educate. Thank you so much for being open to it. Mwah. Sarah, yes, Sarah was busy. I love you. Thanks for being here. Mwah. Very good. I love y'all. I'll see y'all so soon. Okay. Happy full moon lunar eclipse energy, y'all. Ride that wave. I'll see y'all soon. Love you.